Hello. So for this video, I'm going to be talking as I draw, and I wanted to give you guys a kind of tutorial on how I start my drawings and the process that I take to get to the final product. I just want to say that I'm not doing a tutorial for realism or for anatomy or anything like that. It's my personal style. Just to give you guys an idea of what you can do, and other ways of drawing are just as successful, if not more successful than mine. So let's get started. Today we're going to be drawing Suga from the BTS Shadow comeback trailer, which was really amazing and really insightful and deep. I chose the scene where he's standing surrounded by phones. This one. And I'll have it on my iPad on the side as I draw for reference. So I'm going to start out, as I always do, with a circle. I always start off with a circle to get the place and shape of the head, and then I go ahead and add my hair. So I kind of like use these straight lines to take the general shape of the hair. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. Just like that, kind of round with the part in the middle. Pretty basic K-pop idol hair. After I have a basic shape for the hair, I'm going to go ahead, take the jawline. So typically it's two lines that slant inward that come together in a V at the bottom. So that's our jawline. And feel free to follow along as I talk and as I draw. And if you do draw along, I'd love to see your final pictures, so just send them to me on Instagram at soul.bing. After I do the jawline, I like to do the ears. So I like to place the ears a little lower because that makes them a little cuter. I think that if you place the ears higher, the character appears older and more mature as well. So now that we have our basic face shape, actually don't do the actual face yet. I want to take some time to work on the body. So we have our neck here. Then he's wearing this kind of sweater slash windbreaker with something going across his shoulders. So I'm just gonna draw the line of his shoulders, kind of slants downwards. He's not a super buff guy, so there we go. I really don't like it when the edge of the paper doesn't touch the table. It's kind of uncomfortable for me to hold my hand up. So now that we have our shoulder line, just gonna take some lines and just take the general shape of the clothing. So again, doesn't have to be perfect right now. Just the overall shape. It's a little low, isn't it? Here we go. So he has this thing across his chest. And then so just like general lines. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So that's gonna be it for now. We're gonna add to it later, of course. So next up, I'll just work on his face. So I always start out with the eyes, and I like to place them a little bit underneath the hair. So just like a little almond shape right here. Right, and then once I'm happy with that shape, I'm gonna add the nose dots. Suga has a really cute button nose, and then lips. His expression is a little bit blank, a little bit angry, definitely not happy. So we're gonna try to emulate that expression here. He does have a little bit of a natural upturn to his lips, So it's going to be hard to balance that along with the expression, but I think that's pretty good. So now that I'm happy with that, I'm just going to go ahead and solidify the eyes. So I like to take a dark line for the upper lid, some eyelashes, and then the pupil, and the lower lid, with some more lower lashes. He has really interesting cat-shaped eyes without double eyelids. Really beautiful eyes. So something like that. And then the eyebrow, which you really can't see because his hair is covering it, but I like to draw them anyway. Yep, and then now the left eye. So the right eye is always easier to draw than the left eye for me, since I'm right-handed. It doesn't always go well. He's kind of looking to the right, so I'm going to draw this pupil closer to the edge. Not sure if I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna start over. I think that's a lot better, yeah. So don't feel discouraged if something doesn't look right the first time. Just erase it and start over. I think that looks a lot better. And another eyebrow. Right, and then I'm just gonna add some shadow for the nose. Before I start adding darker lines for the hair. So just follow the lines that you put there earlier and add more depth to them. And then kind of add darker lines for the face as well. And a little bit of blush. The shadow on his neck. Then I think we can get started now. I'm just gonna quickly add a little bit of shadow to his hair. In the picture, there's a lot of colors and shadow going on, but since this is a sketch, it's going to be a lot simpler. So I'm just going to start off by adding that neck shadow. Just an even diagonal strokes. And now I'm going to work on his clothing. So again, following those lines from earlier. This time, adding some of those details as well. Like this little zipper here. And because, again, we're not doing realism or anything, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just a general idea is enough. Some of the folds in his shoulder bag. Or anything, I don't know what that is. The zipper here too. Looks like there's a zip here. And then there's sort of a little strap here before it gets large again. And here with the word HE on it, which is my last name, so that's fun. There we go. And a few folds in the bag to make it look realistic. And now, continuing that button up from earlier. Then the main point about this jacket is how many folds it has. So by how many folds it has, you can really tell what the texture of the jacket material is like. So there's like a fold here, here, and there's a pocket sort of thing right here. So that's kind of the left side of the jacket. The right side, similarly, there's a bunch of folds, pocket right here, and then I'm just gonna add some light shadows to the jacket, like where we did our shadows. It's actually a black jacket, but I'm way too lazy to color the whole thing black and then add more shadows. So it's gonna be white/gray. Just gonna solidify some of the defining lines. Okay, so that's not bad for the jacket for now. There we go. And one of the main points about this drawing is the hands in the back. So those are the hands with the phones, and they're kind of like invading his privacy and conveying the message of the song. So I'm just gonna start drawing general shapes of where those hands are. So this could be one of them. Drawing hands used to be such a pain for me because I was so bad at it. But I think I've gotten a lot more comfortable with drawing hands, and I hope that from watching this, you can too. So phone number 1, over here. They're just gonna be disembodied hands. So that's fun. Phone number 2. Phone number 3. I think it's slanting the other way. We'll do another one down here. And then I think one more for balance. I'm I'm not sure if I like the 2 extra hands. I might get rid of them. Yeah, I don't like this one for sure. I like this one though, but I don't want an even number. So one of the rules of design, or one of the unspoken rules, is trying not to put an even number of things on the page. So I do need one more hand. Should I go here? Or should I try this hand again? I might try this hand again. But then if I do that, I feel the urge to put something here. So I'm just gonna put something here. The more hands, the better. And the more work for me. Okay. Now maybe the last one right here. Okay, that's good. You can't see up there. So now I'm just gonna have to make these hands realistic. And that's always a little bit easier than making the initial shapes for the hands. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing that. I'm not really sure how to explain it, so I'm just gonna draw, and feel free to just watch. So that's all the hands done. And now I'm just gonna put my signature so people don't steal my art. Do not steal people's art. It's very bad. And the date. 2020. So yeah, that's the final drawing. I'll post this on Instagram, and hopefully this tutorial helped you out a little bit, or at least it was interesting to watch. And I would love to do more, so stay tuned for that. And stay tuned for BTS's comeback.